Hello everyone and welcome to my review on Supergirl Season 2. Now this season was a huge improvement over Season 2, but that's not really saying much since this season wasn't really that good either. And there were actually some things in this season that were worse than in Season 1, but of course some things were better. Now I'm going to talk about the thing that I enjoyed mostly about this season. I'm going to talk about that first. And the thing that I think was the very, very best thing about this season was Superman. Tyler Hoechlin was just an amazing Superman. And they really did try to make Superman more of a sidekick to Supergirl than the opposite, which they just couldn't do it because Superman just outshines Supergirl in every single way. Tyler Hoechlin was an amazing Superman, and he was, in my opinion, one of the best versions that we have gotten of Superman in any form of media, and he's by far the best in any movie or TV show, live action basically. He's by far the best there. Tyler Hoechlin is just an amazing Superman and a great addition to the Arrowverse. I just wish that he had been a larger character in the Arrowverse, because he's a really, really small character in the Arrowverse, which just bugs me, because he should be like the biggest character in the Arrowverse, which he's not, which is kind of sad. But I do hope Superman returns and becomes like a huge character someday in the Arrowverse. I mean, when I watch this guy play Superman, I think to myself, look, this is Superman. For example, when I watch Man of Steel, when I watch Henry Cavill, I don't think, oh, this is Superman. But I do about this guy, Tyler Hoechlin, because he's amazing as Superman. Kara, again, Melissa Benoist is a good Kara Danvers. She's good at playing Kara, but Kara is really, really unrelatable in Season 1 and 2, and she's just a really unrelatable character in Supergirl. Windshot was once again really, really funny and one of the best characters on the show, but I just didn't care about his storyline this season, really. I just really, really, really didn't care about Wind's storyline this season. I felt it was just kind of boring. Wind is honestly like the funniest character on Supergirl, and a much better love interest than James. James Olsen was even worse this season than he was in Season 1. He is just such a bad character. I can't believe that this guy's like one of the worst characters in the Arrowverse. He sucks so bad, and the actor isn't that good either. He's just really, I don't like this character. He's so comic book inaccurate, and this season he freaking became Guardian. Jimmy Olsen was never Guardian in the comics. He was never even a superhero in the comics, to my knowledge. Then why the fuck did they make him Guardian on the show? It's just stupid. I think there's a character who, in the comics, his name is Malcolm Duncan, and he is Guardian. He has been Guardian at one point. There's been a few different Guardians, but I think he also kind of looks like James does in the show, so they should have just named James Malcolm Duncan from the beginning. Also, another complaint that I have with James this season: his suit looks like absolute dog shit. I mean, just look at that, and go back and look at the picture I just used for Malcolm Duncan. That is how he looks in the comics. But this is just like some metal shit. I don't know what the hell that is. It looks so bad. And just like when Alex Danvers was useless in this season, she had nothing to do other than be with Maggie Sawyer. There was like a lot of Sanverse drama this season. That was basically half of the season was drama between Alex and Maggie, which I didn't really care about that. I think Maggie was a worthwhile addition to Team Supergirl, but I really think that it's honestly like stealing from Batman, since like in the comics, Maggie Sawyer is like a Batman thing from the Batman comics. They could have just made up their own cop or use someone from the Superman or Supergirl comics instead of using Maggie Sawyer, since she'll probably never appear in the Arrowverse again. And honestly, now that we know we're getting a Batwoman TV show, Maggie Sawyer is like the main love interest for Batwoman, and now she probably won't appear in that show because Supergirl wasted her. So, fuck you, Supergirl. And I was so happy to see Cat Grant leave. Cat Grant was such an annoying character in Season 1, And finally she left, or she didn't really like leave completely, but she got a smaller role, a much smaller role, which was great, because in season 1, Cat Grant was just one of the most annoying, and she is one of the most annoying Arrowverse characters, which is just, she just sucks so bad. Like, Cat Grant is just so goddamn annoying, like, wow. I don't, her and James are like by far the worst characters on Supergirl and some of the worst characters in the Arrowverse, but wow, I don't get how you can be that annoying. She's almost as annoying as Felicity Smoke and Kendra Saunders, which is like hard to be that annoying. But seriously, God, and she was so extremely feminist. This show is just too feminist. I think, like, you don't see, like, shows like Arrow aren't shows that only appeal to men, but Supergirl is a show that only appeals to women, and it's constantly trying to show how women are better than men. This may not be a complaint for women because, well, I don't know. I'm a man. That may be why I don't. I'm a dude. That may be why I don't like it. But I honestly think this show is just too feminist. Mon-El, I think, was like a much, much better character than, or a much better love interest than James, and I think he was like a great character this season, actually. I think Mon-El was probably like one of the best characters this season on Supergirl, and I really liked the relationship between him and Kara. And they had great chemistry since they are like, dating in real life, Chris Wood and Melissa Benoist. And Martian Manhunter's like still the best character on the show. Martian Manhunter and Superman are like great characters, probably the best on the shows, but they're both like really underused. I think they should use Martian Manhunter and Superman much, much more than they do. And then there is the main villain, Rhea. God, she was so annoying, and I think I think her first appearance was like in episode 15 or something. I think it was in episode 15 that she first appeared, which is like crazy considering that she's the main villain. Like, wow, that is honestly, I don't think that's okay for her to appear in episode 15 when she's the main villain. Also, she wasn't threatening at all. She was just also really, really boring. She was really boring to see, and just her whole storyline trying to find Mon-El just sucked all of it. I really, really, really hated Rhea, and I would go as far as to say I think she's like the worst main villain in the Arrowverse. She was so boring and so annoying, and her storyline, I didn't give two shits about it, and she was the main villain, and she appeared in episode 15. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think that was when she first appeared. All in all, I think this is a huge improvement over season 1. Some characters became worse, some characters became better. We got introduced to some amazing characters like Mon-El and Superman. But that's my review for Supergirl season 2. What did you think of it? Did you like it? Or did you not? Thanks for watching, and bye. My face above the water. My feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. Slowly drifting.